Now off to the real funny stuff. Guy can dream.
I'm still shocked that Vlad had won the internet last time. I'm just amazed.
Yeah, me too. It was excellently done.
He still has not satisfactorily explained to me why they say mum instead of ma'am when it's written out ma'am on the damn page that I'm reading. And they say mum. But I'm sure Vlad will explain that to me. That is it's some marvelous British idiosyncrasy that shut up, you're Scottish. You don't even count.
It's true, I don't.
I know. Where was I now? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you if you've liked, subscribed, and or followed. This is Truly News. We'd appreciate it if you haven't, if you would, like, subscribe, follow. Wherever you find us, you can leave comments. Be a little bit nicer. They'll take your comments off without us. Those would be the ones you want to read, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you got a story for us or just want to, talk to Scott about anything, TITR@netradio.network.
Wahoo!
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
My first arrest out of rookie school.
You've been busted?
Dude. No. I'm doing a first-person story here.
What's rookie school?
The school you go to before they let you out on the streets to harm people as a police officer. My training officer told me to handle it. Found out later.
I've seen Training Day.
Found out later the guy was well known to them. Got a call of a drunk guy trying to get into the city fire department. I arrived with my training officer.
Like he wants to be a firefighter or he's trying to break in?
He's trying to break in.
That's what I thought.
I arrived with my training officer to find a man with a full-face motorcycle helmet on who has severely wet himself. Next to him is a bicycle with no seat. I think we now know why the guy wet himself. He must have hit a bump.
Is anyone else here uncomfortable already?
I approach him and very nicely ask him who he is. No reply. I help him stand and ask him to take
Gandalf the Grey, run.
Yeah, I ask him to stand and to take his helmet off. He does. Locks of sweaty golden mullet hair pour down. He's like a male version of Rapunzel, all attractive and that. The editor may have added a few things. This
Who
dude.
does your editing again?
Huh?
Who does your editing again?
This other guy that lives in here.
Uh-huh. There are six.
This dude is smelling of alcohol and urine so bad, I'm coughing. I ask him one more time, "Sir, what's your name?" He looked me dead in the eye and said, "They call me a rooster." Stupidly, I asked him why that was. He then began dancing about and clucking like a rooster. Other officers on scene were cracking up. I took him into custody. No charge, just to spend the night in jail and sober up. And while driving to the jail, he proceeded to cluck the national anthem while I sprayed him with Febreze.
Oh, God, for the body cam video of that.
Isn't that fabulous?
That's just wrong on every level. See, and I'd have gone the other direction. My name is Rooster Cogburn. You don't look like John Wayne, or
walk
which
like
Bridges?
John Wayne.
Was it Bo Bridges?
Bo
in the.
It was Bo.
Okay.
It was Bo.
An unsatisfied Ohio woman. Let's start at the beginning. 39-year-old Rosemary Hain was captured on camera throwing a bowl of chicken burrito at 26-year-old Emily Russell, the store manager at a Chipotle in Parma, Ohio. Yes?
I just want to do a quick poll of the room.
Yeah.
It's just you and me here.
Yeah.
Have you ever thrown food at a server?
No.
I've thrown food at my sister.
Done that?
I spit milk on her once.
Yeah. Friends have gotten some food every once in a while.
Yeah.
Not that I've chewed or anything. It's just
the odd napkin.
We used to refer to it in high school as a food
fight.
Yeah, pretty much. Hain pleaded guilty. Well, how do you not? I mean, it's on camera. To one count of assault and was initially sentenced to 3 months in jail. But the judge, Gilligan, I kid you not, Timothy Gilligan
Hmm.
ordered her to serve 2 months, 60 days employment, working at least 20 hours per week at a fast food restaurant. You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like it. This is how you respond, he said during sentencing. This is not Real Housewives of Parma. This behavior is not acceptable. I like it.
Attaboy, Judge.
She got 2 weeks of work.
2 weeks,
Basically,
2
she was
months.
bad. Something about her order wasn't right.
Yeah, I saw the video.
And the younger lady is left with, sauce and food hanging all over. That's always entertaining when you've probably got, like 6 more hours of your shift.
What kind of cretin does that?
Well, we're going to find out, because I would really love a follow-up story after she's done her 2 months duty at
And see what she has to
serving
say.
someone. See how that
There
works
you
for
go.
her.
This from Jessica
Wait a minute,
Thompson.
Judge Gilligan,
Sorry.
we
Yep.
salute you.
Uh,
And your island, it was a great island.
Jessica Thompson says, further proof we are indeed a very stupid species.
Oh, no.
Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Oh, well, it's Wisconsin. That's one thing.
57-year-old woman escaped serious injury when she snuck a handgun into an MRI screening,
She
causing
needed protection from the MRI machine.
causing the gun to what? Go off.
There's a lot of things that could have happened there, none of which are pleasant.
It was reported that a patient was brought into the magnet room with a concealed Ferris handgun. I got news for you. Something's Ferris on every handgun, unless they're purely ceramic.
Yeah.
And those don't last as long.
You had about 1-2 shots with those.
In the process of entering the bore, the handgun was attracted to the magnet and fired.
There you are.
Single round. The patient received a gunshot wound in the right buttock area. I'm amazed it didn't turn her into a vegetable. According to the report, the wounds to the unidentified woman were, in fact, superficial. Report says the woman had undergone a screening process before the MRI exam, which includes specific questions about weapons, and had answered no to all questions.
But you didn't.
Kids, for those of you in the room who don't understand physics, MRIs use incredibly powerful magnets. That's an MRI.
I can get an MRI with that because it's titanium. If that were like, a chunk of iron,
forget it.
It would pull out half my skull.
MRIs use powerful magnets to obtain images of inside the body. Patients are warned to not bring any metal objects into the room where the MRI is located because of the magnets.
That includes your dentures, by the way, because that could make an ugly hole.
And
depending on which magnet wins.
The one guy carried his in for his mother's MRI. It shot and killed him.
Dentures?
Don't do it.
I was going to do the thief story about the phone, but I can't. I can't.
Okay.
A homeowner was surprised. No, not that one.
Hang on, Tone. I think we did 4.
We did.
Yep. So we got a great place to end. Yeah.
I have to do 4 because I did the.
You did. Oh, yeah. You got a second and fourth.
Yep.
Oh, good. Scott.
Yeah, it's okay. Math.
Not my strong suit.
We talked. Math isn't part of this. A man in Washington, D.C. last month, the victim of an armed robbery. The thieves stole everything he had in his pockets, including his car keys and smartphone. The one bit of good news, it was an Android smartphone. As reported by ABC7, the couple asked not to be identified, thank you. The wife explained that she had just finished working into the early morning hours, and her hubby insisted to meet her outside, right? So she didn't have to walk all the way up. He was going to park the car for her.
Nice guy.
Yeah. When he parked the car and started walking back to the apartment, not nice guys showed up. 2 masked gentlemen, they referred to them as. That was very polite. No wonder. You live in Washington, D.C. long enough, your brain seeps out.
Apparently.
Anyway, these 2 guys in masks approached him and were armed with weapons. Obviously, they hadn't been to an MRI that day.
This must be Israel's fault.
Because he had the gun in his hand instead of, to the wall with a buttock wound. Everything's Israel's fault. They robbed him, took everything he had in his pockets, took the keys to my truck, and got in and pulled off, the woman recounted. But before driving off, the thieves took a look at the phone they had just stolen and handed it back to her husband.
This thing's crap. We don't want it.
According to his wife, they said, basically, yes. They looked at the phone and were like, it's an Android? No, we don't want this. I thought it was an iPhone. Even though her husband may have gotten his phone back, the woman says the event still turned her life a bit upside down. Just another reason not to buy an iPhone.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.